Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toffee Bluecast. We are here for a pre-match that is a pretty big pre-match. Liverpool versus Everton. Liverpool versus Everton. How are we feeling, Paul?
Good. I've missed this. It feels like months. It just feels like ages since we've been here and said hi to everyone, and I think a few people feel the same as well because they were here before we were.
Yeah, we do get loads of Everton fans on the Toffee Bluecast. We go live, we bring us all together, and we have a little talk, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It's growing and it's growing and it's growing, and we're only about 20, 30 subscribers off 6,000 subscribers. So Toffee Bluecast started out to bring Everton fans together, and we've got 6,000 people on Toffee Bluecast. So it's a good platform to bring us together before and after the game. So do get involved, and we'll have a little talk. Me and Paul will say our thing. But one thing we do on this channel is we massively put your comments on the screen and interact. So if you've got anything to say, put it in the comments. And if it's appropriate, we'll chuck it on the screen. Paul, what have you got for us then this derby? We'll start off as we normally do. How are you feeling about this game? I don't think I even need to ask you this. I think we've had this conversation many a times.
I hate this game. I hate it. It's the worst one of the season. I just hate it. And I was raised to hate it as well because any positives have been few and far between, particularly victories. Or is it we've won one in the last 16, 17 or something? It's the one I always say I'm not going to watch, but you can't not watch it. But you can just watch it and be pissed off about it, and that's generally what happens. So no, I hate it. I absolutely hate it with a passion.
Well, me and Paul hates it, and he feels sick to his stomach when we have it, and he closes his eyes watching it. And me, when I get it, I like a good scrap, don't I? So this is me all over. It's proper Spartan Warrior, Rocky Balboa, Karate Kid, everything. So I just put my gloves on, Paul, like this, and I want it. I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. So now I'm different. Everyone's different. The derby. Some people fear it, hate it, and some people say, "Oh, I don't even care. Don't care about the derby." That's what they say. But me, I wait all season for them. I do, Paul. I really do. Like it's the biggest game for me ever, and it always has been since I've been an Everton fan in 2000. And it's like for 25 years I've loved the derbies. I really have. It's probably one of the things that made me an Evertonian is that I love the derbies. I really do. I hate Liverpool, and I thought I'll support Everton because I love that we can try and smash them up. And this is what I'm in. This is bread and butter for me. This is what I'm in it for, to beat Liverpool. That's mainly what I care about. So I'm ready. I am ready.
You're more positive. You're proper positive. So good on you for being that.
Well, I love a challenge, don't I? When I said Rocky, underdog, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Underdog. I love underdog. I love the challenge. If Liverpool won, which they won't, if Liverpool won, it'd be expected with the way it is. But if Everton won, we're the Rockies, we're the underdogs, we're the eye of the tiger, you know. And if we win, everyone loves it more. It's going to be amazing. So I am ready. So what sort of stuff have you got for us, Paul? Because I know you said you got a few things to chuck up. Oh, Pause is in the house. Pause, we love you.
No, just much, mate, honestly, a bit of news. Pause is in. I'll let you wander through the comments and say hello to everyone. We've got a newbie and Ethan, and everyone was like, "Oh, Ethan, good to see you, mate. Good to see you." And then I'll let you have a look at the comments. But we welcome everybody. We welcome everyone, so I appreciate it.
Have a look. So let's go through them as you're looking at your stuff. Tazul says, "Evening, gang." Lulu says, "Hello. Hi there." What else have we got? Who else have we got in the house? We've got Chris, regular, love it. Who else have we got? Guys, here we go. Paul, I think you meant this one. Guys, I'm a Liverpool fan, sorry, but I do watch you for some reason. I know the reason, because you're obsessed, and I don't blame you because Everton are miles better than Liverpool. Then he goes on to say, I think Salah will score, but Pickford man of the match.
It's fine.
Liverpool fan that likes Pickford, that's a bit unusual, isn't it? But yeah, we do. As long as you don't cause trouble in the comments, we let you stay. It is the derby, so let's. Yeah, I like it. Get your comments in.
Yeah. Why not? Absolutely. He seems as though he knows his stuff if he's a Pickford fan. But judging by Ethan's picture as well, he plays a bit and plays a bit in goal. So maybe he knows one or two things that lots of other Liverpool fans don't. God said that. So
just forever. Do you know what? I honestly think, Paul, it wouldn't take much to get him an Everton fan. It really wouldn't, and I wouldn't blame him for being one. He's already sounds like he's halfway there.
He turned, yeah.
If we win this derby, I am
probably fed up of it.
If we win this derby and Pickford does a couple of cracking saves, I actually generally do think that. Look, he's loved Pickford forever, so he'll be on our side. Of course he will. He's nearly there. He's nearly there.
I think so. I was just going to drop a few different things just to sort of welcome everyone back, and this is what we've got to put up with. And just one or two bits of news as well. Lot of sort of talk behind the scenes. Freakins are sort of making their stamp on it, so there's a few ins and outs. Obviously, we found out Thelwell moving on and everything else before the international break. James Vaughan, who had academy recruitment as well, supposedly he's leaving as well at the end of the season or later on this month. So not masses of news. Injury-wise, we're not looking too bad, to be fair. We've got Mikalenko is a possibility. Moyes said in the press conference that he's been training. So, he seems to be in contention at least. Even better news is that we've got McNeil and Skillyman possibly on the bench. All right. So they're quite far along in their recovery. Iliman and Jai further along than McNeil, but as soon as we get both of them back and you throw Alcaraz into the mix, could be a good end to the season for us, to be honest.
Why don't they ask the killer questions in the press conference? And by the way, there's a few good people that do ask some good stuff. Yeah, Julia asked some good stuff, but there's some guys in there, and no disrespect to them whatsoever, by the way, because I love everyone and I've got no beef with anyone. But generally, some of the questions is like that press conference was obsession with Salah. I'm thinking, I don't like Salah. I don't want to know about Salah. I don't care about Salah. And it's just, do you think Salah's this? Do you think Salah's that? Do you think he's good? Asking David Moyes about Salah, do not care. And I really don't care. They kept saying to Moyes about his record, that he's never beat Liverpool at Liverpool, kept rubbing that in. I thought Moyes was going to snap on it. Does that record play on your head, David Moyes? I was thinking, shut up. No one cares. The record's going to get changed this game. So that did me head in a little bit. And then the fact that no one, David Moyes said, and Jai's training is a bit further than McNeil, but and Jai's training, McNeil's training. Why don't they just say to him, will they be on the bench? Like you said, they'll be on the bench, but no one asked that killer question. Will they be on the bench? Do you think they'll get any game time? Instead, they're talking 20 minutes about Mo Salah. They're spending half the press conference talking about Liverpool when it's an Everton press. Half the press conference talking about freaking David Moyes having a really bad record. How about you just ask the questions that we want? And Jai got a good chance of featuring in the game? Isn't McNeil got a good? We'll come out of that press not knowing that. So a little moan from me. Yeah. There you go. I want to know.
I do wonder where that press conference was, to be honest, where they were talking, because, like you say, it was just all about Salah. Give a toss.
No, I didn't big comment. Not interested.
So there's been a few things going on. The last time we played them, thankfully I was there. It was a great night. Can't forget that. It was really good though. And I know it's away this time and everything else, but any excuse just to dwell on it, not dwell on it, bask in it. And I know it was a draw. I don't care. It was brilliant. It was a great night. So yeah, I love the fact that we actually
look at Salah. See, look, he's just in the comments there, Paul. It's just said like David Moyes should have just answered cop-outs of gobshites. He should have. You're right. But look, Salah doesn't look that happy there, does he? He doesn't look that happy there when Tarkowski knocked that screamer on. So you can have your little Salah frigging love talk. But I'm telling you, mate, Salah's getting it because Tark is back. Decore is back. I'm glad you put Decore on then as well because he's a shit house against these as well. Decore is back as well.
He is. Well, not not my choice to actually put him on that one, but he is. And you kind of wonder, that question comes round again, that whole number 10 thing, and can we get Decore and Alcaraz on
Look
the
at his
pitch
smile. Look at his smile on that picture.
Alcaraz on the pitch. Oh, he knows.
Look, that's why you just said that about that picture being on that. That's why they put Decore on that, because he wound them up in the derby. And look at him grinning there. They've deliberately put that picture there, and I like that.
So that's where we are at the moment. Form wise, let me try and find a little bit.
They mentioned, why are you looking for the form? They mentioned in the press to David Moyes, probably one thing they did mention that was okay was about they have had some bad results, haven't they? Their confidence, we're playing them at a good time. We are playing them at a good time because they had a good result against Inter Milan. Was it Inter Milan? No, PSG, sorry. Good result against PSG. Got knocked out the cup. They had a really good result against Newcastle as well. Got knocked out the cup. So no matter what you say, it can work two ways. They'll massively want to bounce back. Or it can work out that those results are still in their head a little bit, Paul. And that does happen sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is... I'll show you now. This is their form. So this is going back to... What can you see on there? Let me just shuffle that up a touch. So there's the 2-2 at Goodison. And then obviously after that, so they beat Wolves, they drew against Villa, beat City. I mean, league-wise, they're just... Nothing's going to stop them. I'd rather not talk about that. But they beat Newcastle, and then it was their week that didn't go so well. So I love the fact Flash scores have put in that they won this game. Oh, sorry, it was that one. I've gone too far. So they did have, after beating Southampton, that's when they had the 2-0 against PSG, and that's when they lost in the cup final. And it's us next, and it's interesting to sort of hear what a Liverpool fan would think. I don't know whether Ethan thinks that it's a good time to have us playing them. I think it would be, to be honest. It'll be a scrappy game and everything else, but our record there is absolutely dog bad, dog shite. So I think they're probably quite happy playing us at the moment. In that respect, I hope we give them an upset.
Yeah, I'm quite happy to play them as well. I mean, we're unbeaten in 9 games. We haven't been beaten 9 games, and they couldn't beat us last time. I don't care whether it's... I know our record's bad there, but to me, we've been really good home and away this season, Paul. I generally do think that our away form's been really good. We don't crumble away that much, and let's face it, it's only freaking not far away either. So I don't care what ground it's at. It's not about the ground. This isn't, because their atmosphere is no better than ours. I'm telling you, our atmosphere is better. Goodison Park.
Well, I think
different gravy.
I think what's happened in the last few years, particularly over certain managers, we've just crumbled in the past before we've even kicked off. It's almost like we've kind of given up, sort of thing, and it's so frustrating that even sometimes when we've been on a good run, is that we've kind of thrown it away before we've even kicked the ball. We've sort of lost it in the warm-up, if you like. So I hope Moyes can get over that. I mean, Moyes, obviously we said before, Moyes' record, and he's been asked about it over and over, is shocking away against larger teams, or say larger teams, I apologise because that's not true. Teams higher up the table. So he's obviously wanting to get rid of that, absolutely get rid of that constant question that he has. So yeah, hopefully we get it. Hopefully we really do.
What a better way to get rid of that question?
Yeah,
Where he's got that such bad record against them, to do it in the derby. Like to wait for it to be with us will be nice. And I do think that it's all about character, isn't it, in the derby? It's all about character. And I think sometimes in the derby, when we've gone to their ground and played them in the derby, we've got such a bad record, we haven't had the character. But I do believe we've got some characters here, Paul. I really do. The way Tarkowski stepped up, I think Brathwaite's good in a derby. I think O'Brien's he's derby all over. I'm telling you, Brian's going to love this. He is. He was good last one, so he's going to love it again. O'Brien is. He's a beast, and he's scoring now as well. He's got a bit more confidence than last time we played him. And Garner Gay, I think's fantastic in the derby. He used to be good the first time he played for us before he went PSG in the derbies, and he's playing the best football of his life. Garner Gay's got the best records out of everyone in the Premier League, so I'm not worried. Better will love the derby. James Garner will like the derby. Harrison will put a graft in. I think Harrison's got a good record against them as well. He's quite good when he played for Leeds against them. So I'm not scared. I ain't scared. I'm ready.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Paul's scared still.
Yeah, scared's not the right word. I just hate it. It just does me head in. But I'm longer in the tooth than you are. Do you know what I mean? So it's been a hardship. This is us. So sort of going back to the start of Feb, where we got the 4-0 over Leicester, the cup game. I was there at that as well. Poor Bournemouth as well. I wish they'd beat City at the weekend. And then obviously the 2-2, good win against Palace away. Really enjoyed that game as well, because that showed us you could get a link between Alcaraz and Beto as well, which perhaps we haven't been able to utilise as much since. Not enough anyway. The 2-2 against United, the 1-1 against Brentford, the 1-1 against Wolves. O'Brien's having a decent run there as well. And then the 1-1, the West Ham game, which I didn't think we deserved to lose. So I'm glad that we actually snatched something, to be honest. And like David said in the presser as well today, it was, you look at those games, we're coming out of the Man U game, we're disappointed not to win it, really. And you could say the same in probably the Brentford or the Wolves one as well, maybe both, that we're disappointed not to come out with 3 points instead of actually coming out with 1. So we're in a decent frame of mind. There's more amber than green than we'd like in the last sort of 8 games, but you never know. You know, Emma said it's got to happen sometime. So why not now?
This is going to be the moment. I'm telling you, this is going to be. And I understand. I completely get it if you're not confident. And I completely get it if you're thinking this guy's deluded that he thinks that we can beat them. But I do believe we can beat them. I think we're a team that if you was to say what sort of team would they not want to play, I'd say it would be us. I really would say it would be us. Sits quietly at the back, offers Lulu some popcorn. Pablo's in.
Yeah.
I didn't see that video with them pumping noise in. Doesn't surprise me.
No, did he play the same football? No, I don't know, really. I just think the league's been shite this season. You obviously can't bank on City this particular season. Arsenal, God, they just made of glass, aren't they? They just shatter into pieces the first sniff of an opportunity of a title. So it's been handed on a plate. I'm not even saying that they've not played bad, Liverpool. Obviously they played good, but is it the best that we've sort of seen in the last 5 years? Probably not. They've been better in other seasons and not won it. It's the other sides who have basically laid down and let them walk all over them. So that's where that's where they are with that one, really. But for us, in terms of us, we're a bit stronger than we used to be. And Moyes actually said that this is, at the moment, he feels that this is the biggest gap that we've had in a long time. And he's not far off wrong if you think about it. Because even mid-90s, we were beating them. Always at our place. We always seemed to get some decent wins, didn't we? If you think of some of the goals that we've had as well. Obviously Ferguson's header, Andy Johnson's 3-0, you know. I'm trying to think of other ones. The Mark Ward.
Would you really?
They have a fight with him and stuff, you know.
Do you know where you're going? Obviously, you've just gone a bit further back, but would you really say that this is the hard? Like, is this the least you've expected us going into it to say we've got less chance with this team of beating them? Because I don't think it is.
No.
I think you go back when we've had Kilban and McFadden and all that lot. Well, I love them, by the way, but I'm just saying we have had some weak teams against them in the past. This is not, I would not say that this is the weakest team to come up against them in the derby, because I actually do generally think that this team could handle them. Where some derbies, they have had like Torres and stuff like that and Suarez, and you think, bloody hell, we could get battered by these. I do think they've got a good team now, but I do think we can handle them. I've got that weird feeling, Paul, where I think we've got Branthwaite, we've got O'Brien, we've got Tarkowski. I'm not massively. It's not the most I've been scared of them this derby going into this game with these players.
No, I think what Moyes is getting at is that we're only we're like a newborn in terms of the new owners. We've not got there anywhere near, started yet properly, not properly. So I think he's thinking where we are right now in terms of a club to where they are at the moment, and obviously winning trophies and shit. There is a massive gap. You probably have to go back to, Wimbledon last day and all that sort of stuff to find a bigger gap between us. So, but no, not at all. I think going on the pitch. I mean, going on the pitch tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm well happy with the side, definitely. O'Brien, Branthwaite, Pickford, Tarks is doing well. You've got average players who are doing decent. Mikalenko, as his critics, a lot of people don't fancy Mikalenko at all. But he puts in lots of, certainly in the run of the last sort of 10 games, he puts in a shift and is fairly solid without being amazing. A few crosses in there. And then going forward, you've got the Alcaraz. And yeah, we've not got a striker that we are all united behind as much as we could be. But you've got some bricks to build on. Build from the back.
Yeah,
good. Touch wood.
I completely understand what you're saying. I think in one game, I feel I'm not scared of them. But as you're saying, if you're talking on Everton competing in the Premier League, competing in the cups, we're miles away. We're not competing in the Premier League at the minute. We've been in relegation battles, and we're not competing in the cups. We're getting knocked out early. So for Everton, continuously competing like we used to do with Moyes, always fifth every season, always fifth or sixth, and in the cups, in Europa League, we're nowhere near that. So we do need to change that. But I just think a one-off game against these, we've got a team that can put up a good fight against these, and I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And they're not infallible. They can be beat, as we've seen very recently. So that's not it's not an impossibility. It's just unlikely for us because of our crap record. But you never know. It might change, and that'd be awesome if it did. Absolutely brilliant if it did.
I do hope Mikalenko in the comments coming in now. I think you've got some stuff to chuck on, haven't you, Paul, of the lineups and stuff like that.
Just grabbing it. Yeah, just grabbing it.
Everton fan Pablo's just said Miko did well against. We're talking about Mikalenko like he's going to 100% play. Hope to God he does. I'm really hoping he does, because I've not got nothing against Ashley Young, because there's been a lot of good talk about Ashley Young, about his mentality, and he's really helped in the changing rooms, and he's a really competitive character to have around the players. So he does sound like a good really good character and person to have there. But Mikalenko to play over Ashley Young left back all day for me, every day, twice a week. You're on that train, ain't you, as well, Paul?
No, I agree. Just bear with me. You what? Sorry.
I said you're on that train. You're on the Mikalenko train.
I am on the Mikalenko train, but maybe that's because I'm in the union of left backs, like yourself, Dan. Do you know what I mean? We stick together. we stick together, definitely.
Although I'd probably struggle to run up and down that frigging left side now with this dad bod.
You and me both, buddy. You and me both. This is what could potentially be. All right. So I'm just going off flash scores here. This is both sides. We had some people when we did last one. I think we did the West Ham one like this, didn't we? I threw both teams.
Yeah,
at the same
Lulu
time.
liked it.
So we can sort of see the battles that might actually occur. It's not nailed on that these are going to be the lineups, obviously. It would be a surprise if we had anyone other than what we got. We're me. It might be a bit of a surprise. I don't know what he's going to do with Alcaraz. Do you know what I mean? Is he going to use him on the left again? I don't think that worked. I really don't.
Moyes said that was a fail, so I don't think he'll do that again.
No. But then again, so what do you do? Are you not going to play Alcaraz? Are you going to save him a bit? Are you going to play him last half hour? You know, are you going to switch him over to the other side? You know, you're going to sort of give him that role on the right, but then you got O'Brien sort of potentially two people against him heading down that left-hand side. Obviously, Gakpo Diaz likes to come in off that left-hand side as well. So it's just that quandary that he's got at the moment where we're trying to fit people in instead of swapping like for like. And basically comes down to Decore, doesn't it? Basically.
This isn't. By the way, I know we all probably want Alcaraz over Decore, but Decore is good in the derby and he does do the jobs. And often games that we've won, Decore started. Let me just point that out. So I get that you prefer Alcaraz and I would, but if Decore plays, I wanted him to do well and I want him to rip these to shreds. I like Decore and Alcaraz. You need two good players in every position. You really do, because they tire, they get carded. Sometimes they're just not on it. You need two players in every position. And just because to say you prefer Alcaraz more than Decore doesn't mean you should say, I don't want Decore to play ever. Decore is vital, Alcaraz is vital. It's just going to be which Moyes thinks suits this game more. I don't know who it'll be. He could surprise us and go Alcaraz. One thing I will say is I do like that whatever he does, Paul, we're going to have some force coming on. Because I'd like to think that Njai, Moyes would like to get him on 60th minute. McNeil possibly would want to get him on 60th minute. If this just maybe, I'm not saying 100%, but they are coming back. Njai's coming back, McNeil's coming back. So we're bringing power onto the pitch. Normally you'd look at our bench, you would have 6 goalkeepers. We're now looking at our bench thinking we've got Alcaraz, who we love. We've got probably Illiman and Njai on the bench. And maybe even McNeil if we're lucky. And we've got Shamiti and we've got Brozier. I forgot about that. So let's not that bench. I tell you something. It's getting better and it looks powerful. So it excites me. It really does. And if we started with this team just for energy and Decore ran about and just stopped them, and then we wanted to put a few big boys on later to smash them up, I don't mind. But I do like the best players on at the start to get us 1-0, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and I think that's what's happened before, and it's not just Moyes that did this. Is that we went in thinking we were going to get beat, so we didn't. We put the more physical players on instead of the more skillful players, and we obviously weren't blessed with lots and lots. However, setting up completely defensively is possibly asking for trouble. I know that you're not going to go toe to toe with them. You're not going to have the biggest open game that you could ever have. It would be naive to think that that would be a good idea to do. However, you can't go into a derby, especially. You can't go into it without any sort of threat. And like you say, we've got people on the bench. We've got people who could be starting, who can cause problems. Even if you said that our biggest threat is set pieces, then you still got to win the set pieces. And I wouldn't be surprised if he went with Doucouré and Beto. I wouldn't be surprised at all, to be honest.
What do you think on Pablo's comment here? We'll try and get your comments on people. We do try and respond. If we don't, it's just because we're talking and struggle to fit them all in. But Doucouré works his arse off. Alcaraz is still getting up to speed a bit. Dukes is better without the ball than with it, as his decision making isn't the best, but he's effective. Pablo then goes on to say, by the way, I really do like Alcaraz, though hopefully we do sign it. We've got him signed already. Hopefully the pen's to paper already. I completely understand that. I do completely understand that.
Yeah, there's two sides to Doucouré's coin, in the fact that he can press and he can run and he won't give up. He'll keep going all the way through the game. And he'll win the ball back sometimes, or he'll cause a mistake and things like that. But like you said as well, when he's got the ball, the chances break down. And so even though we win the ball back and he works really hard, he can't create anything. He can't create anything. And really, he's a little bit like Beto in some respects, is that he can hit the ball first time when it's in and around the area, and he might well get it on target and he might even score. But if it takes more than 2 touches, and that's pushing it, then we don't often, things break down. We don't often create things. We give the ball and then we kind of hit on the break a little bit. So I still think if you're weighing it up between a player like Alcaraz and Doucouré, yes, Doucouré is physical. Yes, he will run a long time and everything else. But I don't think there's any substitute for what you can do with the ball, because you want the ball. It's not a Sean Dyche side anymore. And I think the mentality's changed. I just think Alcaraz can still cause enough problems to be effective without the ball, but he can cause a hell of a lot more problems when he's got the ball than Doucouré could, personally.
Yeah, I completely agree. Some good points. I think Doucouré, straight away playing Alcaraz, you probably think that Beto is going to get more service just by Alcaraz being in that position. I can see Alcaraz threading Beto through more than what Doucouré would, but you know how it works on this Toffee Bluecast. Paul will just give all that speech on Doucouré and he'll be touching the ball like Messi, knocking an absolute overhead kick in top corner tomorrow.
I said that before Spurs, didn't I? You can't have an attack with Doucouré and bam,
it's
in 10 seconds.
Pure reverse psychology by Paul. Don't be fooled by it. You know what I mean?
It's all mind games, my friend.
It's all mind games. He knows for a fact. He likes the clip of him being completely wrong and Doucouré having a good game. It's all mind games. It's all mind games. But there's going to be. Someone said in the comments, Paul, that it's going to be an aggressive game. I think
it's a derby.
It's going to be aggressive.
Always is.
It always is aggressive anyway. But Alcaraz could be playing, and Alcaraz in a derby, I think he's going to be a nutter. Going against dirty in a derby like that, it's going to be good. Tarkowski in a derby, he's a beast. And them, I hate their team, but McAllister's, he's a dirty player. Szoboszlai, he's a bloody dirty player as well. So it's going to be a dirty game, I think.
It could well be. Yeah, I think there'll be more doily. More red cards than goals.
Probably.
Yeah.
Especially if young players.
Yeah. I forgot Doucouré is a marked man.
Yeah. How dare you put him on that pitch? How dare you put him on that pitch, Paul? When all those Liverpool fans have said he wouldn't even dare to walk into their stadium after what he did.
He defended himself against Jones. No one should do that.
Yeah, Jones is a bad man. How dare he even look at Jones in the eye? Shut up. Give it a rest. We're going to smash you up again. All right. The thing is, the way we finished that game, if there was more time, Tarkowski would have got a hat-trick. So we've got unfinished business. We're going to sort them out. I'm ready. I am ready. I'm ready. I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this derby. I can't believe it's tomorrow as well. Midweek, obviously, crap. What do you think on the nighttime games? Sometimes we don't wake up on the nighttime games.
At home we
under
would.
the lights.
At home we would. I hate it. I know
No
I'm going to
time.
say. I just hate it. I really do.
You're going to love it. Well, do you know if we win though? Like, if we win this game,
of course we did.
If we win this game, we've beat them, made them lose at Goodison Park. They lost the league at Goodison Park. They lost the league at Goodison Park. And then we then went on to play on this season, the last game at Goodison Park, where they really wanted to beat us. And they drew. We come back to draw. And if we beat them now, it's win, draw, win. Be some good form against them, wouldn't it? New form is on its way, Paul. I'm telling you, I can see the win.
I was just trying to find that. See, I don't recognise the referee, S. Barrott.
They're all crap.
So I think what's often happened in the past, unfortunately, has been the case of us getting the rough end of the stick, because there's been some shockers, haven't there? Absolute shockers. So as long as we don't get sucked in to doing something slightly stupid and then it being blown out of proportion, or we actually get the decisions that should get, for example, the Beto and Canate one last season, was that? That feels years ago, but I'm pretty sure it was last season. With a bit of luck and everything else, you never know. I'm turning now, aren't I? I'm getting positive again.
Yeah, you are, and I was surprised that you was.
I like it.
You was. Yeah, I'm surprised you wasn't with me on the "we're going to beat them" train, Paul. But I always get you around by the end of the channel.
Yeah. It takes a lot to get me for some games. It really does.
On these pre-match shows in the derbies, you walk in the studio like Shaky Stevens, then you come out throwing punches. I like it, but we work through this nervousness and get you ready, and then you finish the show absolutely you've been on 20 Red Bulls, and that's the way I'm going to have you. That is the way I'm going to have you, because I'm ready for this. I am ready for this derby. I really am. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And we're gonna win. We are gonna win. I really do know it as well. I really do know it. We've got to go a couple of long balls. I think set pieces will be massive. I think Van Dijk's nowhere near what he used to be. A lot of mistakes coming from him. I think they look vulnerable in centre back. I really do. I think if you can get Beto, might be a nuisance against these. They don't like Beto.
Oh, they
don't like it. Doesn't like Beto. No,
they don't like it up, do they? They really don't.
No, and I also do. It's hard because I really like Beto. He's missed a couple of chances, so he needs to prove himself. By the way, I haven't forgotten, but he did score 5 and 5 before that or whatever. So I like Beto in the derby, but I like that Brozier got obviously we have the Albanian guy. He said he played really well for Albania, and he got over 60 minutes under his belt. And Brozier in a derby could be good as well. He's a character. He's a big man. So we've got some tools. We've got some weapons and some fireworks for them some big characters. We ain't got quiet players here. We've got some players. Yeah. If Njai comes on in the derby, I think he was ripping them to pieces the last derby, wasn't he? It might have been the derby he got injured. I think it might.
Well, it was.
Was it the derby? Yeah, he was ripping them to pieces. They couldn't handle him, and then he kept the ground.
Slobby Sky caught him as he was getting away. He should have been booked for that. I'm not even sure he was actually booked for that or not. But Slobby Sly. He and that was it. Yeah, he couldn't shake it off. He couldn't shake it off, to be honest. So yeah, I wouldn't mind 1 or 2 tackles going in particular places. That would be happy. We asked about posting your lineups as well. We didn't say it before, but a couple of the regulars, or certainly Paws, has thrown his lineup in. Let us know if it is that you can see on the screen now, or is it going to be slightly different? Could just be the odd change. Would you throw Young in instead of Mikalenko? It's funny, because I would never have said that. And there will be someone. There'll be someone who want Young in. Thank you very much, Lulu.
Yeah, Lulu says, remember to make sure I know a lot of people come on the show. There's so many people in the comments, and you come off sometimes and think, you forgot to like it. So please do not forget to like it, because the way YouTube works, it's an algorithm. So for our shows to be higher up, for more people to know we're about, like it'll put us at the top, and we'll get more Everton fans on, more Everton fans in the comments. And yeah, do like it, and please do subscribe. Get on it, people. 3 likes is absolutely despicable. So can you make sure that I come off this and there's like at least 150 likes, please? Because you just got it. Why not? Just like it. Do it.
We have. Oh, he's a card, isn't he? He's a card. Is Pablo?
Yeah. Little bugger.
So,
was Pablo scared of the derbies?
Maybe he is.
Pablo definitely. Yeah, he'll be scared of you.
He's more my age bracket than yours. So,
he always says I'm super positive. So if he thinks I'm super positive, he's definitely going to be negative in the derby. You never know.
Lily was right. The 85 team would be a good one to go at. To be fair, it gets behind Lorison and Sharp. Well, there you go. Can't forget that. Rod, yes, Rod forgot frothing at the mouth as Derby gets close. So get your lineup in as well. Let's see. Do we have to click like even if we don't like it? Well, yeah, you are a pain in the arse sometimes, are
yeah, if you don't like it, you have to click the unlike one, the thumbs down. But if you do that, then I'm not speaking to you ever again, Pablo, mate, because we'll take that.
Should we look at Pause's team? Pause centres aside in. I love the names that Pause does as well. It's
it's a good one. Say it like you say it first, then I'll say it, and so you can say it the best. Like you be the announcer of the players. Go.
In what way? And kind of like
just like you're the stadium announcer now. Go.
Stadium announcer.
Yeah, like you announce. This is how you announce the players in the stadium.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll do Pickford. You do O'Brien.
No, you do all of them, and then I'll do all of them.
All of them? Bloody hell! Yeah. Don't want much, do you? In goal, Lord Pickford. At right back, Tsar O'Brien. Centre back, Sir Tarkovsky. Alongside centre back, Prince Gerard. Left back, the Ukrainian Maldi Miko. In centre, Sir James of Tranmere. Centre mid, Senegalese Prince Ghana Gay. Somewhere or other. King Brozier. That must be right hand side, you reckon? Copshite hater Decore. On the left, Jack Harrison.
You didn't even put Jack.
I know. And
you didn't say nothing about Jack Harrison.
And up front, the big bull, Beto. We've gone from about 300 people watching to about 5 now. For that,
5 million. 5 million after that. Was that? I'm not even going to do it now. Yours was that.
No, I wouldn't.
I was just a fan.
I wouldn't.
But yours, you nailed it. Did you feel like a proper commentator then? Did you feel like a stadium?
No, I felt like an absolute tool. So don't let me do that again.
Yeah, well, probably is like that for everyone when they first start the commentating job. Paul, I think I thought you nailed it. To be fair, mate.
Thank you very much.
Believe in yourself. Was I good on the fan reaction?
You were very good, yeah. Actually.
Yeah.
And that's probably the level that most people react.
I was gonna do louder, but I've got like neighbours both sides of me, both sides, and a baby upstairs. So it would, in my defence, it would have been a lot louder, but I would have probably been sleeping with a dog. So no, I had to be a good boy.
Super. Just Harrison. I know. I felt bad. What do you say? Harrison.
I can't believe he just put Harrison. Yeah. He said all the good things about everyone, and he said Harrison. I was going to say this, and before
Harrison, I can't stop doing it now.
Slick haircut, Jack Harrison, the slicky Jack. Jack, come back. Jack, come back.
just so while Brosier's being mentioned, I did watch a bit of Albania's games just for Ready in this. If you're watching Ready, I did watch Brosier, and when he came on in the first game, he came on for about 20 minutes, and he still showed more control and class and movement than the lads who were on before him. So he's hungry. I'll give him his dues. Like, he's hungry. He wants to play. So I just hope he catches a decent break and manages to get a goal. Nicky Clark, Harrison, Roger is all design.
Start the man before the derby.
Must be. Oh dear. Well, you can tell that Rossi loved him. Yeah. Boonham.
I've seen that video on Paddy Power. You see that video on Paddy Power of the guy saying, Everton fans, they're not booing anymore. You should be booing. Why are Everton fans not booing anymore? You're not allowed to not boo. You're not allowed to watch an Everton game and come out of it and be happy. That's not right. It's all about booing. You can't enjoy the last season of Goodison Park. That's disgusting. You can't do that. Mad video. I should have put it on. It's a good video.
There's always
Everton fans are happy.
Joseph Yobo's always saying that, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's not good. I can't boo. I need.
I was going to tag him in that.
I need to be.
Yeah, but it was really funny, Paul, because in the video there was like, I have to tag you in it. There was like, there was saying, "Oh, we've all got to make sure we boo," and then one guy was like, "You know what? We're unbeaten in 9. I'm actually starting to feel confident." Something like that. I'm actually starting to feel confident. And the other guy says, "Stay behind. I'm going to do you some shows and get you back to the booing. Don't ever be positive like that. It's not right for an Everton fan to be positive." But yeah, we are unbeaten in 9. And yes, we should be positive. And I just don't want these to take that record away from us. I mean, I want us to win, but just do not lose. Just do not lose. And we'll be doing a score prediction, your favourite part, everyone, in a minute. Is that everything we've got, Paul?
Yeah, I think everyone wants to get straight onto the scores and write 5-0 down for us.
It is near coming up to 10 o'clock on a Tuesday night, and it is the night before a derby, and we're finishing with the score prediction, people. And I know you're excited for this. Everyone wants to have a go. So do get it. Even on X, by the way, we actually pay the Toffee Bluecast do, so people can watch it on X if they haven't got YouTube. So even on X, if you want to slip your score prediction in, we'll read it out for you. We're nice like that. So get your score predictions in, and we'll chuck it on the screen, because everyone loves a score prediction. Everyone does. We want your goal scorers as well, because we're that sad. We always do. We want to know who's going to score. And me and Paul are going to give ours now. And anyone that gets it right, we often do remember you get it right, and we'll give you a shout out in the match reaction. So get your score predictions in the comments. Right, Paul, I'm going to be nice to you this time. I'm thinking of me not going first. You're going first. Go for it.
Oh, you ass. Yeah. Okay. Oh God!
Let me see your face. But why are you so scared? And when you put the screen off you there, but you have a nervous breakdown there.
It's painful. It's painful. It really is. But we are going to have a positive result.
Down the Goodison Road, all our windows open wide when we hear the copper shout. But the candles out, we are the Goodison gang.
I tell you what, Blues isn't in tonight. God knows what he would have said. But I will,
Gobshites.
I will, you know what? I'm gonna go for a 2-2. What a stupid idea this is. 2-2, I'm gonna go for.
Is that good for you?
Yeah, that's decent. I think that would be good. I think it'll be 2-2. We'll score first. They'll get a couple of dodgy decisions. Go 2-1 up. And then I think in the last minute of injury time, who would we have? Can't be Tarkovsky again. Never know. No, Brosier would equalise 2-2. So, yeah, probably. No, I don't want to say Salah. I'll choose someone else. Gakpo, a couple of goals for Gakpo. Our first one will be a. Oh God, it's Decore. It must be a premonition coming from inside me. Yeah, Decore is going to score first. They'll score 2 more, and then Brosier's going to grab the equaliser every time. And he's gonna do his Sheedy and give the V's to the cop.
Oh, Decore scoring would be mega, wouldn't it? Decore's going to go mad if we win. Decore's like Richarlison in the derby now, isn't he? Do you know how Richarlison used to be like proper, like wind them up? That's what Decore is going to be. He's going to be interesting. He's keep his head though, doesn't he? So Paul's prediction is 2-2. Your goal scorers was
Decore. For us, Decore and Brosier last minute.
Can't believe you said Decore.
And something just made me say his name.
All that saying, Decore he can't touch the ball.
He can't.
I want to see what his goal's going to be like. Well, he scored. So what are you mad about? He scored.
He'll ricochet off his ass.
You would take it though, wouldn't you? You'd take a ricochet off his arse in the derby. I'd love that. It'd be even better if he scored with his arse. You know what I mean? He's going to literally the ball's going to come through and like knock it in with his cock straight top corner, and then run up to Jones and be like, "Yes, Jones, me! Come on, Jones, me!" Well, you take them.
They all count. They all count.
Yeah. They all count.
I did see a goal.
Didn't he say score?
I did see a goal on X. I did see a goal on X this week where there's a little scrap on the edge of the box. 2 defenders collide and poor bugger's down on the floor, and the opposition's just smashed it straight at his head, and it's then looped up right over the keeper and in the far corner. I thought, if it's not going your way, it's really not going your way. So. Should we find out what other people have put?
What, do you want to know mine or not?
No, I don't want to know yours. Go on.
Right, fair enough. You know what I mean? Just if you don't want it, mate. If you don't want it, then just leave it. Well, move on to.
Well, it won't be as positive as Paul's has put.
If you don't want it, mate. If you want to stick with your poxy 2-2 draw and you don't want my big score, mate, then we'll leave it. No.
Give it big.
Was that good acting then? Was that good acting? Did it sound really like I was angry with you, really? I don't think we could ever get angry with each other.
No.
Right. I am going for, unless you stole me chicken nuggets. Right. I'm going for sensible. I really am going for sensible. A lot of people think I'm deluded because I think we can win a derby, but you're just not as passionate as me, right? 2-1. 2-1 to Everton. We're going to win, We are going to win it. And I'm telling you, we're going to win it with Moyes. And Moyes is going to love this. Because Moyes said he wants to change that record. He's sick and tired of that record, to be fair. And that Everton press guy reminds you of it 100 times. Whereas Moyes didn't headbutt him. He's a Moyes side. Don't mess with the Moyes side. He's got Jesus tricks. Right. So I think we're going to win 2-1. And my goal scorers are going to be, I think Decore is going to score because I want Alcaraz to play instead of Decore, but I just want Decore to score against these. Do you know what I mean? That's. I do think whoever plays Decore or Alcaraz, that number 10 position player can score. Do you know what I'm saying? I do think both of them in that position could score. So Decore or Alcaraz in the number 10. And then O'Brien, watch out for O'Brien. He's a Lescott at the minute. He's a Jolion Lescott. He's on a goal train. He's on it now. And he's a big lad. And he's charging down that right-hand side. And if we whip it in from the left-hand side and get a decent ball in, I don't think any player of theirs can stop O'Brien. Even Van Dijk, big player, but I think O'Brien will absolutely eat him for breakfast. Right, so, yeah. O'Brien, Decore, and for them, I'm going to go for a Robertson own goal.
That's a good shout.
Oh, no, that's for us. That'd make it 3-1 to us.
It would.
Yes. I like how you said that was a good shout as well, and didn't correct me like you normally do. Normally you just correct me and make me look stupid.
That phrase.
Yeah.
Just that phrase.
Do you know what? I'm going 3-0. Sorry, I can't correct that. 3-0. I'm 3-0. I've changed it. I'm 3-0. If I've said Robertson's going to score an own goal, I'm not taking that back because I hate Robertson. So yeah, 3-0. They're not having no
that
goals
is
for me.
that's 100 to 1. I saw on someone's mad coupon actually. So yeah, never know.
Moyes, smashing it so far.
It's a possibility.
I think
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Right. Here we go. Should we get some positive Evertonians thrown in here?
I hope so. Yeah.
Rod's in obviously said 2-0. One of Duke's ass and the other off his shin, and he didn't mean either of them. Yeah, I'd imagine. So that's a win for us there. Pause. Love pause.
Yeah, pause.
Two dodgy penalties. So Liverpool 2, Everton 6. Branthwaite, Beto, Charlie, Brozier with 2. Oh, come on, get Pickford on pens. Honestly,
yeah, love it.
Why not? Shillervey.
I'd love that.
Shillervey.
Imagine if
Paraguay, amazing. Why not? Pickford could do all that.
I'd love to give him a proper spanking. I'd love to really do some damage against them, like humiliating spanking.
I thought you were on about Pickford.
Yeah, well, Tarkowski gets spanking all the time. You know what I mean? I'd love. Yeah, let's do this.
Lulu reckons Beto 1-1. Where are we? Doyley, he likes a good shout for O'Brien, late one for Obes. Header in the cop end.
Yeah.
Header in the cop end. Danny went for a 1-1. Pablo did say shite refereeing and at least one red card for us. That's the worry, Pablo. That's
100% of that. Yeah.
Tazul 1-0. Beto, why not?
Like it, Tazul. Like it.
Yeah. To be, reminders of Campbell in '99. That'd be good. Bless him. Everton 3-0. Emma, why not?
Emma's gone big. Yeah, that's a big score from Emma. She's normally quite preserved. It would normally be a draw or something like that. And she's often right, Paul, on her predictions. She smashed us up. We took her on international and she made us look stupid. So
yeah,
if she can be right, I'm game for that. O'Brien, Beto, and Tarkowski, 2 centre backs.
Tarkowski.
Beto's getting a bit of backing. I like that. I mean, he hasn't had the best of. Yeah, he's not had the best of games the last. He's still trying, still doing his job, but he's been unlucky, hasn't he? But I think I like the Everton fans sticking with him.
Yeah, less thinking time. If he doesn't have thinking time, then he's got a better chance.
Will be good for
and
him.
we cannot miss out our favourite prediction each time, which is Eugene and a 4-1 win with a Beto hat trick and Tarkowski again. Woohoo!
Oh, I'd love because Eugene always goes 4-1. People, by the way, that's his forte. And what better time for it to come for Eugene's 4-1 to come and his hat trick than now, the derby tomorrow. I hope it does, Eugene. I really do.
That'd be amazing.
Andy Robertson a goal off his annoying Porsche face. I'd like that. Yeah, me too.
Lovely message off Megs, who's actually a Forest fan. I'd be quite happy for Forest to finish top 4.
Forest have just won, haven't they? They just beat Man U 1-0.
They just beat United 1-0. So good on
you. As well. How mad's that? Manchester United, they buy a player for 80 million, the Brazilian, who they've loaned out now, and they get rid of Alanga. That's mad football. No wonder they're in so much trouble. What a player, Alanga.
Good to see you, Megs. Thanks, darling. Pickford penalty against Newcastle would be great. Well, wouldn't it, Joe? Yeah. I mean, I'd love to see his celebration if that ever happened.
It'd be so good. What do you think his celebration would be? Like, we're ending the show now. We're coming to an end. But if Pickford did take a penalty and scored a penalty, what do you think his celebration would be, Paul? Write it in the comments as well.
I think he would just launch himself into the crowd and just strut like this up and down the stairs.
Yeah, he'd probably do a Conor McGregor and do a wink or something, wouldn't he? You know what I mean? He'd do something. Or just do, I reckon he likes his boxing a little bit. He'd probably do a little bit of boxing and wink. He absolutely
loves it. Yeah,
he'd know what he's doing. Yeah. He'd pull some cracking faces. Jordan
It'd be
Pickford.
class.
He's the
It
man.
will be class.
Dinosaur walk. That'd be a good one.
But that's where we are, really. Dinosaur walk, absolutely. Yeah, in the last game of the season, it would be, yeah, it'd be class. Show him his ass and take the red. Why not?
I like that one. To be fair, that's a good celebration.
If he did that in sort of in front
But
the Gallagher.
If Pickford did that, Paul showed his arse, so that'd make him his frigging lifetime. That would, do you know what I mean? He's always on about his peachy bum. Pickford pulling a mooney. She'd have a heart attack in the seat. You know what I mean? Pickford's peachy bum on show.
There would be murder. What by you, Emma? Bet there would.
Oh, we've got to love it. We do have a bit of banter on this show. But yeah, that is it, people. It's been a bit of a different show. I'm not going to lie. I didn't do my homework. Luckily, Paul was on it. And Paul had all the stuff anyway. But we chucked as much stuff as we could on the screen. It's been a nice laid-back one today. I think in the derby, it's just about interaction and just seeing how you all feel. We've been away for a while, so it's nice to get back on it. I feel we might have to build it up again. So do support us and get behind us, because we was doing so well before the international break, and the channel's absolutely booming. So we would just want to say, honestly, like Lulu, she supports the channel. She really does put a shift in to help us and push us out. Emma does. There's so many of you in the polls. There's so many of you that really do push this show with us. And if more of you can help and push this show to the absolute maximum, so many great things that we want to do with it, honestly. And me and Paul, I'd like to think I'm a good person, but I know Paul's a good person. We just want to push this show to be the best it can be, and we will do and do good things with it. So get behind the Toffee Blue cast. Derby tomorrow. Instant match reaction. Will you be available, Paul?
I will be here. Rain or shine.
Hiding under the table if we lose.
Rain or shine, win or draw. I'm here. Isaiah will be here.
We could be like, the next time you see us, we could be celebrating beating Liverpool, or we could be crying, or we could just have a draw and we'd probably be happy with that. But there's going to be some sort of emotion on the match reaction. It's a big game. Your heart's pumping because you really do care so much in that game. Everything you kick, every single ball will tell you. But yeah, let's do this then, people. Thanks everyone for the comments in. Moisaya, unbeaten in 9. I don't want to lose that, Paul. Like, do you know the unbeaten in 9? I feel really proud. Unbeaten in 9 Premier League games is massive for us, and I want to make it 10. We've got some really hard games coming up, but even if we was to lose after this derby, I just want to keep the unbeaten record with peace. You know what I mean? Let's keep unbeaten. Right, I'm going to drop that banner now. Last words from the main man, Mr. Paul Foster. What are your last words, mate? Have I got you on the Rocky harp now or not?
You've made me more positive. You've made me realise that we have got this. We've got a good chance at this, and we could win this. And that's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to say.
See the Everton shirts behind you, mate. Reedy and Inchi and all that lot on those shirts behind you. Yeah.
Aye.
We are the famous EFC. We fight with all of them, Mike, because copites are gobshites. Every single one of them. Thanks everyone for listening. We're off. Have a boss night, and we will be here straight after the game tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day, Derby Day. Make sure you wake up and have your Weetabix and have your fry up or whatever you're going to do. Whatever gets you ready. Put your lucky knickers, box shorts, socks, hats, or frigging, I don't know what you've got that's lucky, but put it on because we'll need it tomorrow. Have a boss one.